Happy Prince and the Little Swallow. High above a great city stood the statue of Prince Edwin. He was covered from head to toe in thin leaves of fine gold, and for eyes he had 2 sparkling blue sapphires. When he was alive, he had lived in a palace where sorrow was not allowed, so they called him the Happy Prince. Now that he was a statue, the prince could see all the sad things in the city. He could see the poor people, the hungry children, and the tired workers. This sight made his heart, which was made of lead inside the statue, very sad. He began to cry golden tears. One cold autumn night, a little swallow named Zephyr flew by. He was late heading to sunny Egypt and stopped to rest for the night between the statue's feet. He was surprised to see the grand statue weeping. "Little swallow, will you stay with me for one night?" the prince asked. "Far away, there is a poor seamstress. Her little boy is sick with a fever, and she has nothing to feed him. Please take the great ruby from my sword hilt to her." Zephyr was cold but kind, so he agreed. Zephyr found the seamstress's house and placed the ruby on the table next to her thimble. He gently fanned the little sick boy's forehead with his wings, making him feel a little cooler. Then he flew back to the prince. The next night, Prince Edwin asked Zephyr to pluck out one of his bright blue sapphire eyes and take it to a young writer who was too cold and poor to finish his play. Zephyr cried, "I cannot do that, Prince," but the prince insisted, knowing the writer needed help. The third night, the prince was now blind, but he saw a little match girl crying below. All her matches had fallen into the wet gutter. He asked Zephyr to peel off the thin gold leaves from his body and take them, piece by piece, to the poor. Zephyr stayed, for he now loved the blind prince. He flew down with the gold pieces, leaving them at the doors of the neediest homes. The statue looked dull and gray, but the people below were beginning to smile. Winter came, and Zephyr grew weaker from the bitter cold. "Goodbye, dear prince," the poor little swallow whispered as he kissed the statue's cold, leaden lips. With that final kiss, Zephyr fell down dead at the prince's feet. At the very same moment, the prince's leaden heart cracked in 2. In the morning, the town's mayor saw the ugly, dull statue and ordered it to be pulled down and melted. But when the workmen melted the statue in a hot furnace, the leaden heart would not melt. They tossed the broken heart away onto a dust heap. God then spoke to his angel, "Bring me the 2 most precious things in that city." The angel brought him the little dead swallow and the broken leaden heart. And so, in God's city of gold, Zephyr sings forever, and Prince Edwin stands beside him, happy at last. The moral of the story is, true love is shown through great sacrifice for others. The greatest joy is found not in being rich, but in having compassion for those who suffer and using what you have to help them.